Hello. Sorry, it was a mistake on my part. Hello, Vivan. Am I audible to you? Hello. Okay, thank you. Where is Sukant sir now? Sir, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it was mistake on my part, sir. मेरी किस्मत ही फूटी है उस टाइम भी शुरू किया जब वो खराब हो गया था.
It happens.
Yeah, should we begin the session? Hello.
Yeah, sure.
We should, I guess. It's 7:05,
Go ahead.
right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let's begin the session. Hello everyone. I am Shikha, a PhD scholar at Chhatrapati Sahoji Maharaj University. I have cleared my net in December 2019, and here we have our guests, Ms. Sukant Ghosh and Mr. Sukant Ghosh, sorry, and
It's
he
okay.
he too is a PhD scholar at IFLU, and he has cleared his net twice. I don't know the time exactly, and he is
Yes.
here. What?
Thrice.
Thrice? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he has cleared his net thrice. And now he's going to guide you for 5 minutes. Then we'll begin our session with whatever I promised to you. We'll mark you important topics or important writers. So, sir, do you have something to say to our students?
For student, first of all, I just want to say hello, hi, whatever the addresses are. The thing is that as Sikha mentioned, how many times you qualify doesn't matter. No, I faced that thing that you qualified for twice, thrice, 7 times, 10 times, 15 times doesn't matter. Like one of my PhD interview, some of the senior asked me, "You have qualified NET, okay?" And so I said yes. That moment I said, "Okay, I qualified twice." So he said, "I'm saying he said." So the thing is that, okay, so what? It doesn't matter how many times you
Yeah,
qualify. It matters that you have qualified, you have JRF or NET. So if you qualify NET twice, thrice, doesn't matter. If you are JRF and NET. So apart from all these things, so as Sikha mentioned that uh, we are going to take this session and mention the important writers, as Sikha is taking the British portion and
the theory
other
part.
portion,
Yeah,
that theory
theory,
part and critical,
theory and criticism part.
and we have few days left, and we still don't know whether the exam will be conducted or not. The thing is that we are expecting that if there is a chance of 1% or 0.01% of taking the conducting the exam, or as UGC mentioned that 99 like 100% they can take the arrange the exam on, but from my point of view, the thing is that UGC should postpone the academic year, whole academic year. That is a risk
Yeah,
of
true,
life.
true.
And now
even
see,
if
I got.
even if they don't, you should always be prepared, please,
Hmm,
because
hmm,
your
hmm,
studies, your investment in your
hmm,
studies, it never go waste, so you should always
hmm,
be prepared.
hmm. And today I only got the news that the IPL will be started in a few days. So and 12 members of the Chennai Super King teams, they got like affected by this coronavirus.
Oh,
So it will like we'll feel bad for the students. They like um, 18 years old, 20 years old, only the child that. So the things are pretty harsh for us also and for the students also. Okay, whatever it is, let's start the session with the writers. Like I have listed few writers that are important from the net point of view. Remembering the names and always like studying the all the writers. It's very painful for us. It's thousands and millions of writers from different different fields and different countries. Most of the thing that the writers from American, apart from the British literature, American we should study, and also that American,
sir, yeah.
African, and Latin American writers, Irish writers, most of them, and German writers, most important, French writers, Italian
But
writers.
now these NTA people are not focusing on world literature. I don't know why.
But you should know, no? But
Yeah, we should know if we intend to clear the JRF, or
yeah,
we intend to go
should
beyond it.
focus, you should focus on the writers like if they are not from British, they are asking mostly from British, and like they have mentioned 10 different areas, and
Yeah,
that is the good thing that they are asking from all the areas. That we
yes,
now
sir.
have that, previously we don't have that idea that from where we should study, and
Yes, sir.
now at least we have specific idea that we should touch these areas, though it is like we have to study all and more than that. So still we know that we have to study the language. We know that the English in the India, the history of English in India, and cultural studies and all these things. So still the things are the same. The up on the other side of the coin, and
Yeah.
people misinterpret. And the thing is, I always said say my to the student that the things are whatever, like if you are going to like for preparing for net, you have to study everything. It's not like okay, the other teachers always mention that you must care, you must go through these things, but you have 4 different chapters: fiction, poetry, and you study accordingly. So we can focus later that fiction and poetry and short stories, whatever the parts are, but wholly we can study the writers. Okay, so I have made a list, few writers, that the most important writers, so I can repeat the names and you can follow the things are. And for first of all, I will start with American literature. In American literature, if I don't know how many of you have studied the background American literature, but if you have time, so I always tell my students and whoever wants guide from me, from my side, I said like you should study at least the background. If you are studying the British literature, it's also, and you should study the background from where actually. If you concentrate on the language, the English language itself is not a language. We also know that, as we all have passed our masters and post graduation. So another thing, like for American literature, the important writers: John Winthrop, Thomas Morton, Thomas Paine. Thomas Paine is very much important to, like, at least the background of Thomas Paine is important, because he was the one, and he was he is known for his like powerful writing. He has mentioned in his writing common sense that Bible is an ordinary piece of writing, and even that Robespierre, who actually invented the guillotine in 1890, during 1890s French Revolution, 1895, he has been executed in that guillotine itself. So Thomas Paine is important. William Hill Brown, Only the names: William Hill Brown, Hugh Henry Brackenbridge, and another most important, Washington Irving. Washington Irving's writing short stories Rip Van Winkle and Sleepy Hollow. You can find Sleepy Hollow a movie there. If you don't have time, so you can watch the movie. It is almost the
Sir,
same.
can you please go slow? People are texting that they are not able to follow you. Can you just be
Uh,
a little slow?
okay. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
lots of writers, na. So
Even
that's
I too
why
have. Okay, okay. Sure, sure. Go ahead.
you can do one thing. We cannot go together as a cover all the thing. So for British literature, it is better to take a separate day.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you have I have list of almost 6 or 7 pages for
6 or 7
writers list.
pages. Okay. Don't worry, students. I am going to upload it over my Insta account so you can watch it later as well. So don't
Even
worry if you
even
miss any writer or something. Yes,
even
sir.
if you find me, then I will try to upload this video also on my FB account.
Even I'm going to upload it over my Instagram account so they can watch it later.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to little bit slowing down. So first, important one, Washington Irving. Washington Irving, and important short stories, Rip Van Winkle and the Sleepy Hollow. Okay. And the next one, James Fenimore Cooper, important, who is known as the father of American historical novel, and his famous series, The Leatherstocking Tales, Last of the Mohicans. Okay, next writer, Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe is one of the most important figure in American literature, and you cannot go without Edgar Allan Poe. Even his backgrounds and life is also important. Okay, so Raven, Lenore, Annabel Lee, Black Cat, The Cask of Amontillado, and all these writings. Next one, Ralph Waldo Emerson, The Transcendentalism. American transcendentalism has its separate area, and you can study transcendentalism separately. And in future, anyone wants to take transcendentalism as a research topic, then it is a very wide area, and you should, for your knowledge, you can study the difference between romanticism, the British romanticism, and American transcendentalism. It is fantastic that you will find interest, at least from my point of view, I found. So for transcendentalism, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Henry David Thoreau, Nathaniel Hawthorne. Okay, next, these three writers are important. For Thoreau's writing, Walden, he stays there for 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days to jot down the climatic change and the atmosphere, and expressed his feelings, and turn for within 1 year circle, 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days into once 1 year. So his feelings, his attraction towards the nature, he expressed in Walden the Pond. Next one, Herman Melville, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, Walt Whitman. You cannot ignore even Emily Dickinson. How much you want to study Emily Dickinson is less for you. From a feministic point of view, Emily Dickinson is important. Mark Twain. And another thing that in American, if you go into the depth of the American literature, there are 3 different sections for American settlements, British settlement in American mainland, and the realism and naturalism. Most important, transcendentalism, realism, and naturalism. These 3 things are most important in American literature. So for realism, William Dean Howell, Henry James. For naturalism, Frank Norris, Stephen Crane, Theodore Dreiser. Okay. Next one, Jack London. Jack London is one of the important figure. Even there is a story behind this Jack London thing. Why I always mention, even I in my life, if I जितने दिन मैं रहूंगा, जिंदा रहूंगा, so the things are that मैं ऑलवेज ये चीज मेंशन करूंगा, क्योंकि दिल्ली में मुझे एक आदमी मिला था, वो बेरसराय में, अगर कोई भी जाते हैं तो वहां पे मिलते हैं. He always talks about the revolution and all the present education policies and all. So वहां पे वो ऐसे थे, वो नॉर्मल इंसान, मतलब अब पता नहीं चलेगा, उसको देख के लगेगा कि वो पागल है, he is mad. But the thing is that he is like a scholar. He was a scholar, and actually due to some political issues that he was actually researching on Jack London, and due to some political issues that he has been kicked out from the institution. I will not take the name of that institution, but from governments also, that he got that operation. So Jack London is also important. Then Charlotte Perkins, from a feministic point of view, the yellow wallpaper, very much important. And you can even for research topic, you can choose this particular yellow wallpaper, Parkinson disease. Next writer, William Faulkner, very much important, Sound and the Fury, As I Lay Dying. Next, all we know, Robert Frost, William Carlos Williams, Wallace Stevens, Ezra Pound, The Doolittle. I hope I'm not going too fast. So
I hope people are jotting that down, all the important writers.
One thing, students, just now follow the video and try to cope up with that
So
writers.
some students are actually new, they don't know anything about it. So only those students can follow our lecture, whoever has prepared the set. So those are whoever are new students, they are just jotting that down and they'll study later. So you can continue.
You can, the thing you just follow now, and later you will just repeat the video, and you can collect the
Please don't
writers.
worry at all if you miss any writer. We are going to upload this session on our accounts, so you can follow that later. Please just listen to our lecture first. Yes,
and students, just it's very difficult. It is only for American literature. It takes 1 month to complete wholly, and
actually.
within 1 hour it is impossible. And if I ironically say, it is impossible. So it's like, so I'm just giving you the writers' names, and you just do one thing, you collect the datas, and madam will definitely gonna provide you all these writers, and don't worry about that. So next writer, okay, Eugene O'Neill, very much important. Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, John Steinbeck, Harper Lee, Robert Penn Warren. Robert Penn, another important thing, Robert Penn Warren has written a book, that is Edgar Allan Poe and the Jukebox. Probably this question has been asked, and you can, for your interest, you can go through this work. Next one, Tennessee Williams, Saul Bellow, Arthur Miller, important. And next thing, this is a part of Latin American works, or Afro-American part, that is Beat Generation. Beat Generation is very much important. Next one, Edward Albee. Again, Harlem Renaissance is also important for American literature. And for the writers from Harlem Renaissance, Langston Hughes, Richard Wright, Ralph Ellison, Nikki Giovanni, Lauren Hansberry, Toni Morrison, and you cannot imagine how much important Toni Morrison is. So next one, Rita Dove. Rita Dove and Natasha Trethaway, they are less important. You can just remember the names. Okay, so lot of more writers are there, but still for now, this is the American writers. And next, African writers. Nadine Gordimer, Louise Nkosi, Bessie Head, Buchi Mcheta, Athol Fugard. These are important. If I miss any name, and just I am giving you one another shortcut, you can say, like there are lots of for American writers there is no shortcut. For African writers and lot of other countries, Canadian, Australian. So what you can do, this shortcut is that take the ma'am, just provide them that Booker list, Pulitzer Prize list. So
Sure, sir.
the writers from there, from Canadian, Canada, Africa, Australia. So those writers are very much important. And other I'm mentioning those writers. Just remember the names of the writers. Okay, so African writers: Nadine Gordimer, Lewis Nkosi, Bessie Head, Buchi Mcheta, Athol Fugard. And next one, Canadian: Susanna Moody, Northrop Frye, important, Robertson Davis, Margaret Lawrence, Alistair MacLeod, Ian Martel, Michael Ondaatje. Michael Ondaatje is important. Then Australian writers: Anna Maria Byrne. Anna Maria Byrne, actually, you just this is for Australian independence. The name is very much important. Now, Marcus Clarke, Banjo Patterson, Miles Franklin, Maurice Langlo West, David Malouf, Thomas Neely, Peter Carey, and Judith Wright. My pronunciation is not so good, so if anyone finds lot of mistakes there, so please ignore that and try to cope up with that.
No, sir, we are totally getting it.
Hmm?
We're totally getting it. There's no problem.
Yeah. And next, the German writers who are very much important: Thomas Mann. Thomas Mann, whatever you are getting about the data about Thomas Mann, so you just collect it and study about that Thomas Mann. Then Hermann Hesse, Gunter Grass, Franz Kafka, Bertolt Brecht. French writers: the Eugene Ionesco, Gustave Flaubert, Jean Genet, and the famous one and the most important in any it is out of literature, that is Albert Camus.
Yeah, that would come.
Next one, Italian writers: Dario Fo. If you find interest in other writers, you just see. Remembering all the writers is very hectic, I always say. So the French writers, German writers are important. Few movements are have been very much important, and the breaking of the fourth wall and all these things. So French, just study the background also, the French writers and German writers. Most of the literary movements and important movements have been started from there only. French writers and German writers. So apart from that, Italian writers you can go through, but I'm just giving you the names, providing you this: Dario Fo, Italo Calvino, Luigi Pirandello, and the 6 characters in search of an author by Luigi Pirandello. It's very much important. One Turkish writer, Orhan Pamuk, Istanbul, the writer from Istanbul, that is Azar Nafishi, also important. Russian writer Leo Tolstoy, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Alexander Pushkin, Nicholas Gogol. These writers: Anton Chekhov, important. Isaac Asimov, also important. Next, yeah, and next one, Norwegian writer Henrik Ibsen, important. Swedish writer August Strindberg, Irish Samuel Beckett, cannot ignore. Spanish writer Cervantes, Mexican writer Garcia Marquez. I am just giving you the important ones. There are a lot of writers. And now random writers, few, only 10-15 left. Walcott, Ian McQueen, Kazuo Ishiguro, Peter Ackroyd, David Lodge, Paul Scott, Angela Carter, J.G. Farrell, J.D. Smith, Hanif Qureshi, Babsi Sidhwa, Mohsin Hamid, Khaled Hosseini, Monica Ali, Tahmima Anam, Haruki Murakami, and Sam Salvadorai. Now, like for the list, it is completed, and lot of writers are left. But I like just excuse the writers. But the thing is that these writers, like later writers, you just Walcott is important, Kazuo Ishiguro is important, and apart from that, you can for when you will study, like I haven't like written here the mentioned the Indian writers. Indian writers are there, and for knowledge, Bapsi Siddha, Mohsen Hamid, they have been asked, like question have been asked from there, so you can study. But most of the thing that you must follow, ma'am is very experienced, and she is very good. And the thing is that American writers, apart from British writers, focus on American writers, and I will suggest like Booker list, Pulitzer list. You just study accordingly. Like you must not miss any writer from those lists. Okay, and definitely someone is sir. You give
I'll
the list
upload
of,
that over my website, Vivan. Okay, don't worry at all.
yeah.
You can check that by tomorrow.
Yeah, and I will if I will forward this list of writers to ma'am also, and she will definitely gonna provide you. And yes, the picture of the writers list, definitely she will do that. And anything you want to know?
Because I know they must not be getting those Russian writers and German writers. Even the
Yeah,
pronunciation is very difficult at all. They must
yeah.
not be getting that. Okay, so we are left with Indian writers only, right?
Yeah, Indian writers are left,
Yeah.
and apart from that, that cultural studies, and that is the separate portion of yours, and criticism. So, see, in criticism or theory, there is no such writers like that. For future benefit for PhD and all. See, I want to say clearly that the NET and the PhD both are different. One is objective, one is subjective. For new guys, I'm just giving you the idea. So don't combine subjective with objective. Okay.
Even there are
So the
many PhD entrants who conduct those objective
yeah,
exams.
yes, maybe objective, but I
So you
will
should
prefer.
keep on giving that. Yeah.
Yeah, but in many universities they arrange the subjective exams also.
Mostly in
So,
central universities.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
And so anyone wants to know anything?
Is there any question that you want to ask from sir? Hello? Thank you.
Thank you. That is CM1386.
Critiques. So I guess we should cover that Indian literature, then I'll come to my part.
Yeah, no, I haven't mentioned that Indian literature part just because of it may be a hectic.
Okay. You haven't.
Maybe
Because
for
even
the
even even I told them that you just need to read all the contemporary writers.
Hmm.
They are important if you want to cover that Indian
You must
literature.
study. Uh, you must study that from Indian literature, the Indian drama portion.
Yeah. Brahma Poshan, yeah, Raja Rao, all
Must
those.
read writers of cultural studies. See, in cultural studies, there is no such no such writers. I will not say writers. There is no such writers, but the thing is that you don't need to study in depth. Okay, so in
Do
cultural
read
studies,
those, yeah. Richard
in
Hogarth, Stuart Hall, or these are
yeah,
important writers.
no, you don't need to go in the depth of the Stuart
Yeah.
Hall, Richard Hoggard, and Antonio Gramsci.
Yeah.
The ideas are important. You know, the
Exactly.
hegemony, ideology,
Yes,
the that
sir.
terms related to cultural studies, that is important.
Yes, sir.
And I'm waiting for the questions.
Do you have any questions? Please comment fast. We can't waste our time like this. Because even I have many writers to cover, both from literature and theory part.
No one is asking anything.
Should I start with British literature then?
Yeah.
Sir, about literary movements, they're asking.
Okay, literary movements. I have a list of literary movements. So, like I don't have now, cause but for this COVID-19, I left all the list there in my university. So I will definitely try to give the madam the list, and madam will definitely gonna provide you the list. I have the 70 to 75 different literary movements with me. So I will provide that.
Any other question? No, Vivan, you don't need to read all the works of Frankfurt School theorists. You just need to have that basic idea what exactly Frankfurt School is. So
Okay, you start.
should I start with British literature, right?
Yeah.
Because I have many writers to cover, I won't be able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm continuing my lecture with British literature with old and middle English first. There are many writers, not many, but 4 or 5 that you must cover if you are preparing for NET. So I'll start with little background of the old and middle English. Then study some characteristics of the age. Then come to Beowulf. Beowulf is the most important work that you can't really miss. And then there is Cadman, Vulnerable Beads, Cinewolf, Alfred the Great, Geoffrey of Monmouth, and there's also a work by some unknown author. The author is not mentioned. Sir Gawain and Green Knight, and then there is Olden Nightingale. Then come to Age of Chaucer. Okay, there is of course Geoffrey Chaucer. Then his work Canterbury Tales, where Knight's Tale and Wife of Bath's Tale, Prioress Tales. These are the important tales that you must cover. Then other writers are William Langland and John Wycliffe, John Gower, Lydgate. Then come to the chapter 3, which is Age of Revival. Okay, in Age of Revival, you must cover Thomas More's Utopia and all the background of Thomas More, Thomas Mallory, and all the Bibles and their dates. Bibles are more important part in this chapter because this is the period where all the Bibles came into existence. Okay, and Bibles of like Tyndale's and Coverdale's. You just need to have you just need to know all the background of these two writers and whatever they discovered. So then come to Elizabethan age. In Elizabethan age, you need to cover background of Elizabethan age is very important, and all the characteristics, even all the theater and everything that came into this period only. So all the advancement of theaters, of course. Then there is Spenser, Philip Sidney. Then these first tragedy and first comedy, which is first tragedy is Gorboduc, first comedy is Ralph Roister. You don't need to go into depth, you just need to read a little summary of these two things. And then Christopher Marlowe, of course, all the university wits. You don't need to read their works, just have a glance at all these university wits and their names. Then come to Shakespeare. Of course, Shakespeare is important. You need to know all the important quotations from Shakespeare, because and you don't need to read that poetry part because it is not important these days and you can't cover within 15 or 16 days. So go for dramas, go for his tragedy. Sorry, that includes Macbeth, Othello, Tempest, Comedy of Errors, and all these important. Then come to Jacobean age or Caroline age. In that period, you need to know Beaumont and Fletcher, Ben Jonson, John Webster, Thomas Middleton, John Donne, of course, all the Spenserian poets, of course. The Spenserian poet is the writer which came into Elizabethan age, and his followers, his writings followed by some writers who comes under this Jacobean age and Caroline age. Okay. Then these Abraham Cowley, John Milton, Thomas Browne, John Bunyan. Then come to Restoration Age. In Restoration of Age, of course, Dryden and all the diarists. There are two important diarists only, Evelyn and Pepys, and then George Etheridge and William Congreve, William Wycherley, John Benbrook, Colley Cibber, Aphra Behn, John Gay. Then come to Age of Enlightenment. In Age of Enlightenment, you need to cover Jonathan Swift, Pope, all the magazines that came in that period. You just need to know about all the a little summary of all these magazines, when they came and their publication date and all these things. Then come to Daniel Defoe, and of course Samuel Johnson, Henry Fielding, Richardson, Laurence Sterne, Thomas Gray, William Cooper, Oliver Goldsmith, Robert Burns. Then come to Romantic Age. You need to have a little understanding of the background of the Romantic Age. Then William Wordsworth, Coleridge, Blake, Southey, Shelley, Byron, Keats, Lamb, Thomas De Quincey. They are asking many questions from Thomas De Quincey these days. And then Austen, Mary Shelley. Then come to Victorian Age. In Victorian Age, you need to cover Tennyson, Browning, Rossetti, both brother and sister. Then Dickinson, William Makepeace Thackeray, Bronte sisters, Thomas Hardy, Thomas Macaulay, Thomas Carlyle, Arnold, Oscar Wilde. Then come to modern age. In modern age, you need to cover Conrad, James Joyce, George Orwell, Virginia Woolf, D.H. Lawrence, Graham Greene, E.M. Forster, Rudyard Kipling, G.B. Shaw, T.S. Eliot, W.H. Auden, W.B. Yeats. Then come to postmodern age. In postmodern age, you need to cover Doris Lessing's, of course, The Golden Notebook, and William Golding's The Lord of the Flies, and John Fowles' Theatre of Absurd is important in this period. You must cover all those writers who belong to this Theatre of Absurds, which includes Thomas Becket, Tom Stoppard, and all the writers. Even kitchen sink drama, you must have that understanding of kitchen sink drama of John Osborne. This is the writer which comes under this movement, whatever this is. Then Seamus Heaney, Ted Hughes, Philip Larkin. So that was it for British literature. You must cover all these writers. If you haven't studied at all, please go for these writers and cover these writers in detail. Not detail, of course, you can't study everything in 15 days, but just have a little understanding so that you can see those options and you can have at least some idea. So what exactly should be the option or whatever is the thing. Then I'll come to literary theory and criticism part. In criticism part, you need to cover Socrates, Plato's, Horace, Aristotle, Longinus, Sidney, Dryden, Samuel Johnson, William Wordsworth, Coleridge, and Matthew Arnold, Eliot. Then come to literary theory part. In structuralism, of course, Ferdinand de Saussure. Then Roland Barthes. Roland Barthes is the writer which comes under both the period of both structuralism and post-structuralism. So he's the only writer, okay? In post-structuralism, you need to cover Derrida, Foucault, and in new criticism, I've already uploaded a video just few days back or 2 days ago. So you need to watch that video if you want to cover this new criticism. Then come to postmodernism. In postmodernism, you need to cover Lyotard and Julia Kristeva. Then come to psychoanalysis. In that, you need to cover Freud and Lacan. In archetypal theory, you just need to read all about Northrop Frye. And then feminism. In feminism part, you need to cover Wollstonecraft, Virginia Woolf, Simone de Beauvoir, and Judith Butler, Ellen Sholter, Helen Sixtus. These are the important writers that you need to cover in feminism. Then come to Marx. In Marxism, you need to cover Karl Marx, of course, Friedrich Engels, Louis Althusser, then Antonio Gramsci. In New Historicism, you need to cover Raymond Williams and Stephen Greenblatt. Then come to post-colonial part. In post-colonial part, you need to cover Edward Said and Frantz Fanon, Homi Bhabha, Spivak, and at last Salman Rushdie. So I'm done with my part. Did I cover too fast, sir? I am sure most of the students must have not
Our
written
time is
all these
limited.
writers. Yeah, we have limited period. We can't cover session every week like this.
So
I'm
someone
I'm
was
anyhow going to upload it, so they can of course cover from that.
yeah, someone was asking about paper one and all. So I would suggest that see, last in the last session I was also there. So at that session, ma'am mentioned one thing that for qualifying NET, paper one has a great role to play. So concentrate on if someone is good in maths and all the maths or logical reasoning, it's very easy. For a lot of students are from. We have to understand two things. Many students are from arts background, many students from science background, commerce background. So it is easier for the science and commerce background, like. Uh, Easier to like solve this logical reasoning and this portion, but for the arts background I personally know few people, they are weak in that section. So I will give two ideas. If you are good with the logical reasoning and maths, you just like uh, try to solve those questions as many as possible to get the marks. And if you are not good with the maths and logical reasoning, then try to study research methodology and teaching portion.
Teaching.
Okay, so these two areas will give you the most marks. And for the new syllabus, as they have mentioned, they are asking from vast areas. Okay,
Yeah.
they are asking from general
Indian
knowledge.
logics. Indian logics
Yeah,
also they are
Indian
asking a
logic,
lot of questions.
uh, general knowledge, and also they are asking from environmental science. Environmental science was there, but previously you may not find questions from environmental science, but now you will find the questions from environmental science. And environmental science related to geography, they are asking also those questions. So study those things. And see, this is not the end. I have learned this thing from my teacher and or teachers. So this is not the end. Who haven't studied extensively or studied is not, whoever is like someone is not well prepared for these exam only. So doesn't matter. You will have the chances for the next time. Prepare well for the next exam. I'm not demotivating you. Like I have seen students like that haven't studied anything, but the thing is that he qualified without studying. There is student also. So that is the luck. You cannot always trust your luck. You have, like, when you are prepared for 70%, your luck will definitely gonna support you. Because always from my suggestion, my point of view, I always tell my students, like, don't think about you will go and answer 100%. You never think of that. You just try that. If you are like there are four options in per question. I told earlier also, you also. So if there are four questions, try to eliminate as much as questions you can eliminate, like options you can eliminate. You are that much prepared. If you know the two questions, that means you are well prepared. That if you can eliminate three options, the third options, then you are completely prepared for the exam. So that means you are like, if you can recognize or eliminate the fourth option, so that in like for question, so that means you are like excellent. So don't think about that. I will answer everything. I will study everything. Like study, um, you just set a plan and go accordingly. Study accordingly. For this, for this guidance, ma'am is there. I am there. So you don't need, like, you don't think about that. Okay, this net exam, huge pressure. So it's only about guidance, proper guidance. You
So
don't like don't scared at all. It's proper guidance you need. I think and I hope and I'm sure I'm using three different words. Still, I'm sure ma'am will definitely gonna guide you well, and I'm not directly doing that now because I'm a little bit busy. So with my research work and so I'm there to guide you whenever ma'am will tell me that sir come and join and give our students some guidance. So I will definitely gonna guide you. No, and he is very curious. Last day I also the Vivan, the name of the guy, and he's
yeah,
very
he's very
curious.
enthusiastic.
Last day I also followed
In
that.
last session also, yeah, he was very active.
Uh,
So there is a question
so
from
Vivan, you
Chidiya.
are
There is a question from Chidiya. I guess she's new. So Chidiya, I need to tell you that there is 40%. You need to get 40% in both the papers, and 40% is the basic criteria. If you get 70% in one paper and 39 in another paper, you won't qualify your net. So you need to have at least 40% in both the paper. Then only you will be able to. matlab, you will be able to have some chance, but you at least need to have 60 to 65% in order to qualify your net. If you're good in paper one, then score as much as you can in paper one. If you're a little bit like average in paper two, then at least get 50% in paper two. So there's no chance
Vivan,
you can qualify your net without it. Yeah.
Vivan
Yes, sir.
again asking what should be the level of preparation for JRF, sir and ma'am. So there is no level actually. So, I have noticed one thing. There is a difference between NEET and JRF is only one question. If that is one question that consists 2 marks, if it is the cutoff is 58 or 60, whatever, 60. I hope this connection is faulting. I hope you all got that.
Mm, no, actually, someone called me that time, and
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So the thing is that so prepare for like you are preparing for JRF itself. So if like only one question that will make the difference, you know. So do it accordingly. Just study accordingly. Did depend and few times luck is
There,
at 30%.
there is one experience I need to share with all of you. Why I couldn't qualify in my first exam. I studied very hard for my paper, and I was all prepared for my paper. I read all those writers which sir has mentioned, and even I has mentioned. That is only, I guess, 30 to 40%, which with what we studied a lot. But what happened with me, I studied this much that I couldn't sleep the day before my exam. I couldn't sleep that last night, and I was so, but the language should I use, I was so fucked up with all that preparation, and I really couldn't perform well. I had a fight with the person, and my mood was shut down, and I really was not perform well in my first experience. So it really, sometimes 50% your luck matters and sometimes your preparation matters. अगर तुमने preparation 40 या 50% भी करी है और तुम अच्छे मूड से और खुले मूड से पेपर देने जा रहे हो, then I'm sure, I can guarantee there are chances for you. Because और अगर तुम 90% और 100% syllabus cover करके जा रहे हो and you are seriously totally pissed off and you are not in a good mood, then you won't be able to perform well. So एक खुला दिमाग और सब कुछ एक एग्जाम के लिए बहुत जरूरी है. इतना भी ज्यादा मत पढ़ लेना कि तुम इतना पिस्ड ऑफ हो जाओ और तुम पेपर में अपना वेल अच्छा 100% ना दे पाओ. प्लीज आई हैव लर्न दिस फ्रॉम माई एक्सपीरियंस. इन माई सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट आई डिडंट स्टडी एट ऑल. मैं 2 या 3 दिन पहले पढ़ी ही नहीं थी एग्जाम के, बिकॉज मैंने अब ये सोच लिया था मुझे करना ही नहीं है, जैसा होगा देखा जाएगा. रिजल्ट की टेंशन बिल्कुल मत करना. जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर प्रिपरेशन, नॉट डोंट फोकस ऑन रिजल्ट. क्वालिफाई करते हो नहीं करते हो बहुत चांसेस आएंगे यार, ये आईएएस का एग्जाम नहीं है, हर 6 मंथ्स में एग्जाम होते हैं।
The things are very technical. Don't think about that how much I can prepare or that much I have prepared. So you have to calculate things.
Exactly.
Calculate, that means that I said already. Try to evaluate. Try to eliminate the options. When you get the question and that you don't know, you never heard about the questions even, so try to calculate. Okay, and this question is from this area. Okay, so when you study the background of that portion, so when you study like Victorian period, when you study the Romantic period, so the things are just, I suggest students they study the background. So when you study the background, you will have that idea. You will have that idea that how to study. When you are eliminating the options, so you will, okay, this writer is not from that area and he or she doesn't have that quality or that characteristics. His characteristics or her characteristics is not that suitable for this question or this area. So this way you can easily eliminate few questions or few options. So it's very technical and never how there are like thousands of writers if you count. So 1,000 writers you cannot mug up. Just you cannot. They have the lots of writings. If you go through the writers after pre-romantic period, actually I suggest this students if you want to study in details, study from the pre-romantics. So before writers you have to, there are only like few works that you have to study in details, but from the pre-romantic period you have to study almost everything, backgrounds and the writings of the writers, everything, all the movements you need to write, you need to study. So it's very painful even. So remembering all this, as ma'am mentioned, uh, as that before the examination, the exam day, the D-Day. So we all like getting that horror ideas and horror dreams. So we I did, like I fell to sleep. There was one of my roommate, and he has the habit of watching movies, and the before exam day he was watching movies at night also. So I was trying to sleep, but the thing is that at night I slept around 2 and we have to get up around 4 so I can go and sit for the exam. So we have to travel for almost 2 hours, 3 hours for that thing. So it happens, and it doesn't matter. Ultimately the thing is that the journey, whatever,
Yeah.
the after getting a qualified NET, the that enjoyment is for 5 minutes, half an hour, 1 day, 2 days, 1 week maximum. Then you will feel that okay, this is the regular life. So it is like study, and this journey is important. Enjoy the journey. From my point of view, just enjoy the journey.
So there's one question from Vivan: how long it took to prepare notes and how long you used to study?
Yeah, Vivan, man, the thing is that you should give or devote yourself to on preparing notes only. Like if you get like 10 days, just within 10 days, like you just mug up and go. And you just for throughout the year, just prepare your notes.
And if you talk
Cause
about overall preparation, then you should at least take 2 to 3 months for the overall notes, for including
Yeah.
all that part, and 2 or 3 months you just need to keep them separately in order to like mug up things and in order to understand things, and always go for chronological order, because sometimes it happens they ask at least 7 to 8 questions these days from all these chronological periods and date of publications. So if you start your preparation with all this chronological period that I just told you, if I talk about British literature, then you will able to like guess what is the right answer and what it should be. So always go for chronological order if you start your preparation. Right, sir? It's all destiny and hard work. Enjoy the journey. Is there any other question that you need to ask from sir and me? Does mugging up help us always? See, if you enjoy the literature, you will not want to mug up things, but there are many things that needs to be mugged up, because there are many works that you cannot like follow if you don't mug those writers up. So mugging up is also the part of this preparation. How to
See,
prioritize
the
topics? Okay.
prioritizing topics is nothing like that. You cannot say like that. This I will study and that I will not study. I will left that topic. So it will. You have to think like. See, now we have different 10 different sections. Okay, so the things are that, as I mentioned, that from the pre-romantics you have to study in details. Almost you have to study the characteristics, you have to study the background of the writers and the works. The previously they asked question from the famous writers and their less famous works, and less famous writers and they're from important works. But thing is that now they are asking from anywhere. So from the pre-romantics, you have to study extensively, and pre-romantics, romantics, Victorian, and after that modern period, postmodern, and now the era is postmodern have already passed. Now humanism. So now the things are you cannot say that I will prioritize this area and I will study this. As I mentioned, apart from British writers, like if you cross 1920s or 1900, all the writers are important. They may be from uh, American writers, they may be from Italian writers, they are maybe French writers, they may be German writers. They can be from anywhere. Okay, so another thing is that the literary movements that I will provide ma'am, and she will definitely gonna provide you on your channel. So the literary movements that are those are very important. So if you like to remember those literary movements, you just do one thing from my point of view, or is it or the thing is that you just study the literary movements with the area. Like if you are studying transcendentalism, just study transcendentalism with American literature in respect to British romanticism, so you can easily remember things. And if you study these realism, naturalism, so when you study these areas separately, and so you will have that hectic, like we are studying this, we have studied there already this realism, naturalism, and we are studying realism, naturalism separately. But you cannot remember things, like you will forget if you study separately. And it is like we are human, human minds, how can you remember everything? So if you study the movements according to the literary ages and literary particularly eras, so you can easily remember things.
There was one question from Vivan that I want to answer. So Vivan, even if you don't clear your net please keep on trying for your PhD, because in PhD it is not mandatory that you need to have a net. But yeah, it matters in most of the universities because they give extra marks to all those net qualified and JRF students. So but it is not a like qualification criteria. There's not